All right, welcome to episode 3. Uh-oh. Lucky number 3. Mouthfuls of madness.
It's a rainy night here.
Oh yeah, it's spooky.
So spooky. Oh, it's so scary.
It's like we're coming to you on like an old-timey radio.
This just in.
So anything new for your weekend there, bud? Didn't really talk about it today. It's kind of busy.
Yeah. Not really. My girlfriend was a little under the weather, so didn't really
And now
do
we're
much.
under the weather.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I see what you did there.
fuck yeah. Weather puns, son. We're highbrow.
Yeah, how about you? Anything over the weekend?
Yeah, so we did, my oldest had her birthday party, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did like the slime playroom, Popolay, and got some burgers at Johnny Rockets, let the little rag rats run around all crazy.
Nice.
Overall success. But yeah, that was about it.
Oh.
And then work, yeah.
Yeah.
Work, yeah, back to the trudge.
We're all part of this system, man.
So, this week, I Googled some stuff just to keep it interesting.
All right.
So we're not just rambling about it. It's not complete nonsense. We do research.
It's focused nonsense.
So the first thing, this thing's been around for a while. I want to say I'm not as familiar with this term as it seems to be, but lately on social media I've been seeing a lot of like, who gives a shit about this topic, and it's the reverse sear.
Oh.
Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, I have. It's either like, I know it's popular for like sous vide a steak, and then once you're ready to serve it or whatever, eat it, then you sear it real quick after it's been cooked in the sous vide, the water and stuff. And I think you could also do that with baking in the oven and stuff like that.
So yeah, so reverse sear, as I come to read about it, is like that's that term.
Yeah.
Is that it's like basically broiling or not broiling, but like cooking the steak from raw in the oven, and then when it's done, then sear it.
Yeah.
So you get like the perfect crust, and you fuck with the temperature. I never heard that with sous vide. Like sous vide was just sous vide. Like you cook the fucking steak and then you finish it on the grill or whatever, because you get that perfect. You don't get no gray line and all that shit. But it leads me. That whole thing it leads me to the whole thing of like, are millennials like fucking with cooking too much? Like,
Oh, man. In some ways, I think they are. You know, there are some methods that are tried and true, and you know, it's like any other art, culinary. You need to have the basics. You need to know the proper way of doing things. And I feel like if you kind of just bastardize it and make it your own, like there are merits to it. Like sure, you could be like innovative or whatever, but I don't know. For me, it just feels like food should be seen as food. Like, sure, it's an art. It really is an art. Like, you have these people making beautiful dishes, but when it gets too far, like, you're taking a sandwich and, like, cutting up little pieces of bread and then, like, pureeing the fucking meat or whatever, then it's a little too far, you know? I think if it's too far gone from what you're originally trying to do, then if it's unrecognizable, I should say, from what it originally was, then I think that's going a little too far.
Like my take on it is kind of this, like similar as like these devices and these new techniques are coming out, and like they're the ones being taught, or not maybe not taught, but they're the ones being like latched onto by people that maybe don't know how to cook, or like home cooks, or they're foodie people, and they want to like, they just get these fucking hot button, reverse sear, this, and then they don't really like learn about like actual like old techniques. And like if that keeps happening, like, are we gonna have schools jumping on the bandwagon of that to like get into it and like start offering more? Because now, like, just like molecular gastronomy,
Oh yeah.
you know, like how that was something that was like, ooh, so avant-garde, and
Yeah.
not many people were doing it, and then now you got cooking schools that are like offering that as a class and
Yeah.
offering that as a thing, and then I'm wondering like how long before these new techniques are the only things being taught, then, and like starting to push the old ways out, which like I'm all for. Like we said, we're all for innovation.
Yeah.
Like the thing, but innovation like coming from knowing the old school shit, and like, and there are things that maybe people think are better for the meat or better for the product.
Yeah.
And new things coming out all the time, but like, I don't know, just fucking old school, like, you know, like you fucking blanch things. You know,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna cryogenically suck the nectar from this beetroot and then sugar it and then burn it, and then I'm gonna fucking put it through a sieve and then light it on fire and voila, steak.
But see, I think with stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about the old methods of cooking dying out, really. I think that's more just for like, you know, the flash and show of like a high-end restaurant
But
kind of thing, you know?
I see that, but also like look at what has been dying out in the culinary world for years. You know, like shit that's making a comeback now. It once died off for the new and the improved and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's like there was a resurgence of like old school cooking and using offal and
Yeah.
doing all that, and like, are we primed for another one of those turns of like, oh, you didn't cook that with CO2, or like you didn't reverse sear the steak? I'm not doing. And then the other thing of that is like you get the people that are just eating that aren't cooks.
That's true.
That are like just going out and like seeing these blurbs on, you know, cooking websites or cooking blogs or Twitter or whatever, and they're like, ooh, I need to reverse sear, like, and then they just are only informed by what they're reading, and it's like the new hot shit, and then they got to go out and like, I got to have a reverse seared steak. That's the only way I'll eat it. And you're like, okay, but I mean,
I bet if I cooked it both ways, you wouldn't be able to tell.
yeah,
Yeah, I you know, sorry, I just had a major brain fart.
yeah, that's right.
Totally forgot where I was going.
Hey
with
man, unedited, uninterrupted. We're just fucking spewing diarrhea out our mouths.
that. Just
man.
don't say my name again, and you'll be all good.
Yeah, I have it. I haven't said it. Fizzy Diz, Mr. Effervescent. Been really good about not saying your name yet. But so that millennial thing led me to like, oh, dude, like millennials cooking, you know, like what is it about them? And I found this blurb. And again, I'm just spewing information I fucking Googled, so I'm not like by any means a professional or
Yeah.
like what, not a professional, but like you know, a know-it-all.
authority
Like,
or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah. Like, yeah, I'm not an authority. Like I wrote many papers on this. But it was an article of like why millennials don't know how to cook. And I thought it was going to be more targeted towards that kind of thing. Of
Yeah.
like, oh, because they don't fucking learn. They just learn like hot button
Yeah.
techniques and they don't really know. But it's actually of like, it's more about like 53% of millennials say they eat at a restaurant at least once a week now.
Yeah.
As opposed to like our generation when it was only 43%. And saying that cooking has become more of an aspirational trend for many Americans, particularly those who are young. So they're also saying that it's like they're time pressed, like they're so busy that they can't ever cook, which I'm guessing is like why those blue aprons and all those things.
Yeah.
While being a good product, they're probably like, oh, I just get the shit shipped to my house and I cook once a week.
Yeah. Well, if you also think about it, it could also just stem from, like, you know, things in, like, our parents' generation had in high school, like home ec and stuff like that, where they learned, like, basic home, you know, home skills, like cooking and like, sewing and shit like that.
It actually talks about that in this article.
Oh,
But keep talking and
Well,
I'll look for it.
yeah. It's just, I feel like as technology advances and people think, oh, like, I'm not sure if it's just like the educational board or whatever, but 86ing that class, it takes away like an opportunity for students to learn just basic cooking skills.
Yeah. So this article cites that as why young Americans feel ill-equipped to cook. Saying part of the reason for millennials' lack of cooking knowledge may be that as more women have entered or remained in the workforce, fewer millennials have had stay-at-home parents teaching them to cook. Which I don't know why they say women and then say stay-at-home parents. They should have just kept parents throughout the whole thing, because it's not just women raising kids, even though it's mostly women.
Yeah.
But plus, student enrollment in family and consumer science classes, often called home economics, has declined almost 40% in the last decade. A trend First Lady Michelle Obama has lamented since young. So this is an older article, obviously.
Yeah.
But since young consumers could make healthy meals for themselves if they had the skill, and restaurant meals tend to be higher in fat and calories.
But that's what makes it so delicious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It also says like companies that create meal kits, which include ingredients and instructions, including Blue Apron, Chef, HelloFresh, have also marketed to young people who may want to start cooking but need some instruction and don't want to spend the time shopping for ingredients. So yeah, that is now, meal kit adoption is still low. Just 3% of the U.S. adult population has tried it. But yeah. But Blue Apron alone ships more than 8 million meals a month in the U.S. Holy shit. And HelloFresh delivered 7.5 meals just in March 2016 globally.
Damn.
Jesus.
Maybe it's not so much they don't know how to cook, they just don't know where to start, maybe?
Yeah.
Where I could see like Blue Apron and stuff like that being very helpful. Like, you don't have to plan your meal, you don't have to really do anything. It's just, here it is, follow these instructions, cook it.
But also, like, it kind of comes back to what we were talking about last time, was like, we grew up with parents doing stuff in the kitchen and cooking.
Yeah.
And like they kind of say that where it's like, there's not as many stay-at-home. But it's like, my mom wasn't a stay-at-home mom, and she still cooks shit. Like,
neither was my mom. Yeah.
Like, so I think maybe it's a combination of those two, of like, the parents have stopped cooking, just the fuck it.
Period.
Like, I'm picking up shit. You're gonna eat the fucking chicken and you shut the fuck up. Leave mama alone. They also say why most of them don't do it is because they still live at home. So that's probably a big reason in Hawaii.
Yeah.
A lot of people live at home in Hawaii, which is weird.
Shit is so expensive here, man.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible to move out, but I think just...
Yeah, but I mean, if you got parents that are like, stay at home, and you're like, fuck it.
All right.
Why not?
See, I have an acquaintance of mine who, honest to God, thought he was like a culinary expert for cooking instant ramen.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first thing he cooked on his own. And he would not shut up about it for like about a week.
Because you could fucking boil water?
Yeah, because he could boil water, throw a packet of fucking like freeze-dried seasoning in it, and then put in my noodles.
I mean, I guess it's all relative.
I guess so.
I did it, man! Fucking boiled water!
I mean, on
Does
our
he
group
need a
chat,
job? Because we are always looking. We're always looking for people.
he'd probably chop a finger off. But yeah.
But I mean, he could boil water.
Ooh.
So he could do potatoes, pasta, eggs. He could make hard-boiled eggs.
Oh yeah.
He could do that. That's 3 things right there. Boom. Off the list.
Short prep list.
He could come in for an hour and fucking boil water. Do some dishes. He's got to know how to do dishes at least. We could teach him that.
I don't know. Just last year, he did his first load of laundry by himself.
Oh my god.
So those are millennials.
It's
for
a
you.
call out to you parents out there. If you do anything at all to not fuck up your kids, just teach them how to do laundry and do dishes.
Seriously.
Before you send them out in the world. Like,
Oh, that's the thing. He lives at home, so.
But still, like, fuck, dude. Like, what woman out there is gonna be like, ooh, you just learned how to do laundry? Like, come on, dude. Like,
It's hot.
I actually did I did a report in school, in high school,
Oh,
and it was like it wasn't just a report. It was like write an essay kind of thing to like call to, not a call to arms, but like a persuasive essay to like get people over to like doing something. And it was supposed to be like pick something you're good at so that you can write like from your knowledge and to get people to like, you should do this and these are the reasons why. And so I wrote mine on cooking, and that was one of the things was like, hey man, get the ladies you're cooking meals. Like if you just learn to cook like 2 or 3 fucking things, that'll be impressive enough. 'Cause,
especially in high school, right?
yeah, fuck yeah, you cooking nice shit. Everybody's dumb in high school. You fucking whip up something nice in high school, and then it was like, ooh, you're like an adult. I was gonna say something, and then I blanked on it.
It's cool, man. Seems to be the theme for tonight.
Yeah. The rain is so soothing. So exactly why we looked up topics so that we would have dead air. So another thing I thought was interesting was found this article from just recently. It says McDonald's doesn't like to pay humans a living wage, so it's testing out robots. Plus, Republicans have a new argument, in quotes, against food stamps and more news to start your day. So, according to the Wall Street Journal, the chain is testing robotic fryers and voice-activated drive-through ordering systems. It's also working on having some food like chicken and fish, cooked by robots. There's a variety of reasons for this. Mainly, the chain wants to speed up customer service, but of course, it doesn't hurt McDonald's bottom line that robots equal fewer staff and therefore lower labor costs.
Yeah.
These new technologies wouldn't be rolled out until the immediate future, most likely. And voice recognition technology is far from perfect, and it seems that kinks are still being worked out.
Yeah.
Presumably, McDonald's is doing this because it doesn't want numerous orders screwed up, because a few lines of code can't understand somebody with an accent saying fries. Oh man, I wouldn't have said that. That sounds racist as shit. It's fries? Plus, franchisees are reportedly reluctant to take on the rather substantial cost of such new technologies. But no matter how slowly, the robots and the rich people that own them are coming for our jobs. No, see, I think that's crazy because every time you go to McDonald's, they seem so pro, like, I don't want to say like poor people, but like very, like, they got like college funds and like 401k and like they sound like really try to like work with people's schedules and like really try to make it desirable for like young people and maybe people that have trouble getting like a regular job or whatever to actually go and work there. So it seems really weird. Like, it seems like you're already getting cheap labor and you may be paying more in like health insurance and 401k, but fuck, you're McDonald's, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you got money.
You got
know what I mean? Like,
you're international.
I always think it's funny, like, how I guess they say, that's how the rich get rich is, they're fucking smart with their money and they pinch pennies and all that shit. But like, at this point, like, fuck McDonald's. Like, come on, man, you got like, I mean, it might be cool to do something robotic, but like, it's kind of weird to have everything like fucking robotized.
Yeah.
Robotized? That sounds not right.
Automated.
Roboticized. Just making up words here. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I honestly, at least within the next decade, maybe 2, I don't, unless some like
Oh, hold on. We're pausing. Hold on. Hey, we're back. We were just trading information with a fellow podcaster, podling. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, those shits from Dark Crystal. Podling. Gelfling. But yeah, like I'm cool with automation. Like I really don't foresee like oh man, I'm not gonna have a job because
Yeah.
this fucking robot does it. Like, I think cooks and chefs won't have a job until like that won't be a threat until there's that fucking Star Trek shit where you're like, tea lukewarm,
Yeah.
engage, you know, like.
Yeah.
And you could fucking just say it and like, or like that fucking chicken, fucking chicken, good, fucking Fifth Element shit, where you're like. But even then, like, I mean, not in the Fifth Element, but even Star Trek, they had like, there was still a bar and with a bartender,
Yeah.
and like there was still like eateries,
I
and that
feel
was
like,
just a ship, so
Yeah.
it's not like a fucking full blown thing. Because there's like a pizza shop. I don't know if it's in San Francisco or like the Silicon Valley area, where it's like a completely automated like pizza delivery system.
Interesting.
And there's people that work there, but like when the order comes in, the fucking computer like puts it in the machine, thing fucking rolls out the dough, it drops fucking toppings onto it, throws it through the fucking oven, and then the dude boxes it or whatever, and then they deliver it. And they're also working on like, they had a really cool fucking like van that had like ovens in it,
Oh.
so that it would actually cook while they're delivering the pizza. So it would be like the like freshest,
Interesting.
like here's your fucking hot ass
Yeah.
pizza, like fresh out the oven because it was just cooked in the fucking van, you know. So like I'm going for shit like that because I don't think you'll still need a chef to come up with, or a cook or whatever, to come up with recipes, and like I think machines can only replicate human like movements and do it, like measuring out cheese or measuring out fucking things, but somebody still has to make that cheese.
Yeah.
Somebody still has to fucking make the pepperoni and make the dough and make all that shit. Like, I mean, you could automate, but that kind of stuff's never going to go out of style. Like, there's going to always be an artisan making those kinds of things. Like, so it doesn't really. But I think that's just kind of cool because I like technology. And, you know, like seeing the little donut machine fucking make your dough.
Yeah.
Like,
That shit's cool. But I don't see it like really being like the end to like the chef or anything like that, you know?
or even fast food workers.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like they could have like a few things that are automated, but they're, like you said, there's still going to need to be somebody there.
yeah.
And I feel like even if when technology advances where robots are capable of doing all that stuff, people are still going to want like an actual person.
Yeah,
know?
and there's still even if like say they automate fast food,
Yeah.
they're not gonna automate like fucking Ruth Chris Steakhouse,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
PF Chang's,
Yeah.
or like like all those, like, Cheesecake Factory ain't gonna go robotic. Like they're fucking. I don't think that. I don't know if they could teach a computer to make that 30-page menu.
Yeah, I don't see it like being a problem. In fact, it could probably help in a lot of ways.
Yeah, especially if you like automate one thing, like
Yeah.
they're saying the fries or whatever.
Yeah.
Like somebody orders fries and it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
half that shit's already. I mean, have you seen some of the shit they have inside of McDonald's? Lately?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
You drop the basket, you press the button.
they have the fucking Coke does its own thing. Like, there's a Coke like conveyor shit, and like they push. I mean, I don't know if it does it when you order it, like when they type it in the screen, or if they have to push that machine. But like, the Coke cup drops, it flows over, it fucking dumps ice, and it fills it to the level of each individual cup, so it knows whether it's large or small or whatever. So it's like there's already
automation.
in the thing. I mean, fuck, Henry Ford started the whole shit. Like,
Assembly line, yeah.
Automation has been around.
It has been.
And actually, McDonald's is a big the forerunner of like that assembly line way of like doing that shit. Those guys that made McDonald's,
Yeah.
I guess they're McDonald's brothers or whatever. Which that movie is good. The fucking The Founder.
Oh yeah.
That's a good fucking movie.
Yeah?
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's a pretty. I mean, I know it's not like a documentary, but Michael Keaton's in it.
It's almost like a mockumentary.
No.
Oh.
It's like a legit movie, but it's
okay.
it's like based on a true story. So it's like there's facts in it, but it's like who knows how much shit is like really went on like between these guys. But it's about the fucking Coke, whatever, fucking the dude who ended up like making all the money
Yeah.
from them
From
and basically put them out of business.
Yeah.
I mean, the story's out there. You're not like spoiling the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like the movie's good, the acting's good. Fucking Michael Keaton, he's a fucking badass. But you know, you want to root for him, but you're like, fuck, this dude's a fucking asshole. Because he was just basically like a salesman, and he comes across these guys. They're in California, or wherever. I think it was California, like in Central California, and it was just these brothers that had fucking hamburger stand, like the OG McDonald's. And he saw like the lines were fucking crazy, but they were like pumping out food.
Yeah.
And he went to the fucking front, and he's like, "Oh, I'll have a Coke and a hamburger and fries." And he was like, "Okay." And they're like, "Bam!" And there it is. And it was like, "Holy shit! Like this isn't my order. I just ordered." And he's like, "No, that's your order." Because these dudes had created the fucking, like, they had like made machines that they invented, like, and had somebody build. Like they had all this shit. Like they had like this spinning wheel of fucking like burger toppings, so they put like 6 or 8 burgers on it, and then it would spin, and they'd be like ketchup, onion, mustard, pop, you know. And back then it was just like the one burger.
Yeah.
Like they just sold hamburgers and cheeseburgers, so it wasn't, you know, it was fast anyways. But we had one dude cutting fries, one dude fucking frying fries, and it was just like, it was all automated. It was like a fucking dance that these guys had like engineered and like created the space around so that people would get their fucking food like quick, boom.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, was like quality, quickness, and it was all, you know, you only use products that we find here. Like it was like a good fucking hamburger stand. And this dude came and fucked it all up. Like he started fucking franchising it and all this shit. And they said, like, he was like, "Why did you ever franchise it?" And they're like, "Oh, because we tried that." And they started trying to sell their shit. They wouldn't sell, like, it's got to be up to our standards, and it's got to be this way, and they can't fucking do it. So he's like, "Don't worry, I'll fucking make sure they do it." And then he started letting people franchise. He went to all his fucking rich friends and was like, "Dude, you should have a McDonald's."
Yeah.
And they were like, he drove by one and they're like, "Chicken and waffles and fried chicken." And they're like, "What? Why are you selling this shit? You're supposed to be selling hamburgers." And it was like, "Oh, but this is what the customers want." And it was like, who gives a shit? You're supposed to be selling this. Like, you're not supposed to be selling fucking, it's not a fucking fried chicken joint. It's a fucking hamburger joint. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so it was the whole thing, and they ended up like fucking them out of the whole thing. So he fucking took their name, which their fucking last name was McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, he took the fucking name from them, franchised the fuck out of it, which, I mean, he got it under control to where they were only selling hamburgers. But, and basically put him out of business. He fucking, when it got big enough, and he was basically like, "Fuck you, you don't have any proof that I said I would give you money."
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like a handshake thing with like, "Look, you promised to like buy us out or whatever." And he's like, "You got no proof?" I was like, "Damn, this motherfucker's cold-hearted as shit." And again, I say this is a movie. It wasn't like, I don't know all the facts, but I know it's based like loosely on the truth. Events. But I know that this Coke, I think it's Coke or Cock, whatever it's, or Koch, it's Koch. But he had fucking statue. Like when I think when I was in San Diego, one of the fucking stadiums had a big fucking statue of him. Oh, Kroc. That's it. Fucking Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc. And he had fucking statues, him and his wife, like, "Oh, McDonald's this, McDonald's that." This dude's a fucking billionaire. I mean, he's dead, but he ended up like putting a fucking McDonald's, because at the end they show like real footage and like real pictures. This dude went back, made them take down their sign because they didn't own McDonald's anymore, and they just called it like the hamburger stand or whatever the fuck they called it, and opened a fucking McDonald's like a block away from him, put him out of business. I was like, holy shit, like that's fucked up. But I think he like divorced his wife and shit and fucking married some other broad. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you got that money now.
Yeah, but
it's another Hollywood movie making us root for the bad guy, huh?
Well, fucking McDonald's. I mean, I think McDonald's is just the bad guy, right? Like you fucking, I think everybody in this day and age is like, fuck McDonald's, but I love it. I'm loving it. This podcast is no way affiliated or sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah,
I mean, unless McDonald's wants to fucking give us that McDonald's money, I'll fucking hawk fucking burgers all day long. I don't give a shit. I will fucking sell a McDouble like nobody's business if McDonald's wants to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
I thought you might think this was interesting. I saw this. It was pretty funny. I think it's just hilarious. Anyways, but Plus, we're in Hawaii, so it's. So the headline of this article is "Bubble tea is so popular, even the Japanese mob is getting in on it."
Ooh.
Sensing a business. Oh, you have dishonored my Boba family. Sensing a business opportunity, Japanese Yakuza are apparently eyeing bubble tea's profit margins.
Hasn't bubble tea been around for like
And
ages?
it's not even Japanese, it's Taiwanese. But
Yeah.
so according to a fascinating report by journalist Jake Adelstein in the Asia Times, in which he confirms details laid out in a recent Shukan Post magazine story about Yakuza and bubble tea. The article alleges that a boss from a large Yakuza group opened a bubble tea shop in an entertainment district near a busy station at the Yamanote line? Yamanote? Whatever. Tokyo's most important train line that loops around the city's major wards.
Oh. Is that really like surprising though?
I mean,
it's common knowledge.
making them
that,
legit, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how this is. I guess I should have read this before. Thought this was going to be more interesting. It's more like a smart businessman opens a boba tea. Like, that's basically what it boils down to. Like, hey, we can make money off this, so let's do it.
I mean, in Japan, the Yakuza has a hand in a lot of things that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Well, I think the main thing this guy was talking about was like, ooh, they make their money through like gambling and human and drug trafficking and smuggling and racketeering, and then like they even sell street food like okonomiyaki.
Oh, it's just the front. That's where they launder the money.
Like,
come on.
This boba tea is
legit.
shit though. This is fucking Yakuza boba tea. But then it's like, what if you like write a bad scathing review of their boba tea? Ooh, you will fuck
It's the last you'll ever be heard of.
Holy shit. The global bubble tea market was valued at $1.9 billion in 2016.
You're fucking kidding me.
And is projected to reach $3.2 billion in 2023. Which doesn't seem... I mean, yeah, like billions of dollars, but like, that's not a long jump. That's a lot of time.
Uh-huh.
From 2016 to 2023, to only jump up like... to only double. But...
Is it really that great, though?
Wait, bubble tea or the
Yeah.
fact that the Yakuza are...
No, Yakuza is cool. Anything they do, that's dope, all right?
We love the Yakuza. Don't take this the wrong way. And the Illuminati. No.
And the Freemasons.
Yeah, I mean, fucking whatever.
I honestly don't see the attraction of bubble tea.
I mean, I think it's just kind of like, maybe the guy, they're trying to fucking like, ooh, it's so popular, even the mob is getting in on it.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Just that clickbait.
okay,
Yeah.
so, fuck, and I fucking clicked. God damn it. I'm a fucking clickbaiter. God damn it. I got sucked into that fucking trap.
Yeah, to me, I don't. Like in Kaneohe, there's a bubble tea place. That's all they do, just bubble tea.
Yeah,
But I don't understand how they stay open. They've been open for like 2 years. It's just like all you do is sell bubble tea. Like,
yeah. I mean, my wife and kids, they fucking love that shit.
yeah,
And I mean, I get it, but I mean, like, I just don't understand why, like, I don't know what, is there any, like, artisanal fucking bubble tea spots, like, that are, like, making legit, like, they brew their own tea and, like, make their own flavors and shit? Like,
there is one by Ala Moana called what's it called?
Mr. T?
Yeah, no, not Mr. T. I don't know if they're still
Tasty?
there. Yes, that was it.
They're all over the place.
Are they really? Yeah. Oh. I'm not sure if like they for sure make their own, but my friend was all like, "Oh, go try this tasty place," and then I went. And I was like, honestly, it's bubble tea.
Yeah.
But it was the best one that I had.
See, and I think that that's something that like it would make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, because like powdered fucking drink mix. Like,
Yeah.
it tastes like shit. But if you like legit like
Make your own.
made your
Yeah.
own and like brewed your own tea and mixed your own shit
Yeah.
and like made flavors and did all that stuff, then it could be like good. But at the same time, like it's still just a fucking drink.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, like Starbucks and a coffee shop. Like, yeah, this coffee's way better, but like, you're still gonna go to Starbucks and like get your shit. Like, I mean, it's not gonna put anybody out of business. Like,
Because it's so easy and convenient, you know?
well, we're gonna have people coming. We might have to pause
Yeah.
and resume
Maybe.
because they're loud and annoying, and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, here they are." But
I honestly think that, at least from what I've seen of like bubble teas and stuff, it's a lot of like young kids, like high
Yeah.
school kids and below, shit like that. Which I guess it's good. It's like gives them a place to congregate and stuff like that. It's not running around in the streets and shit. But
there's a lot of like, it's like a big thing with like trendy food people, like Instagrammies and
Yeah.
all those, where it's like if you did do something, like, oh, I mean, would they care? Like, I guess that's what it kind of boils down to with like the whole Starbucks regular coffee. Like, would people give a shit if somebody like cared, like was like, I like fucking start to finish making this shit from scratch?
yeah,
I mean, clearly, obviously, I'm not saying like make your own fucking tapioca pearls. Like that's just fucking. That's a fucking dedication right there. That's.
that's some more.
But I mean, you know, like it doesn't take much because I mean, you could make flavored milk
Yeah,
and like flavored syrups. It's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like you need fucking like a couple of shitty Chinese fucking butane burners and some pots. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like the ingredients are cheap. You know, mushing up fruit and making syrups, like that's easy.
yeah. But then also with that, it could also affect the cost of it or the price of it, you know?
Well, yeah, but like anything. But I mean, these fucking people are making shit tons of money. Like the margins on these things are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you could make a big cup of fucking boba tea for like $1.
Sell it
using
for, like-
using the powders
Yeah.
and the shit you can get at Chef's Zone or whatever, you know, buying it on the internet or buying it from Costco or whatever, and you're selling it for like $5-6.
Yeah,
So if you make this shit and then it costs you $2, like even keeping the price the same, you're still making fucking money off it. And
that's
you could
true,
even
yeah.
raise it and be like, ooh, artisanal, and then it's like, oh, this is $6. You know what I mean? Like it's the same shit. It's like bread.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you go and like you could fucking make a loaf of bread for 15 cents. I've costed it out. I know how much it takes to make bread at home. You could make a loaf of bread for 15 cents. And if you amp that up by like you're making it from scratch in a production kitchen, like if that's all you do is fucking make bread.
Yeah.
You're a baker and you just do bread, like fucking bread shop in Kaimuki. Even if you buy quality fucking flour, like top of the line shit and all that stuff, it's still gonna come in maybe $1.
Yeah.
Maybe $1 a loaf. And you're selling it for like 10 or even 12, or like you putting shit in it and now you're selling it for 15. I'm not saying that's what Bread Shop's doing. I don't know their exact prices, but like even if you sell it for $6 a loaf or $8 a loaf,
yeah,
because it's artisanal handmade bread and you're using quality ingredients, it's still going to only cost you 75 cents to $1 using like super high quality flour
Yeah.
and shit like that. And you're using bottled water or whatever, you know, like you could do all that and still it would only cost you that much money, barring like the, you know, like your rent when you factor in rent and
Yeah.
gas and electricity and all that shit into food costs. But still, you sell a loaf of bread for $8 and
Yeah.
you make a batch of bread and you're making fucking like 12 loaves out of it. You know, like you're still making fucking money.
yeah,
So there is, I think, you know, that's one of those things that's probably, you know, prime for somebody who cared and could do it and like gave a shit. But I think that just brings you back. Just like, who gives a shit about boba tea that much? Like, I don't know if there's anybody that's like, I need to make the best
boba.
Like, I'm
Best
gonna
one.
fucking go to Taiwan and train with the boba masters.
Aren't there?
And come back and like, is there a boba master? I mean, you got to think in the beginning, it might have been good, and then somebody was like, "Fuck this! I can fucking powder this shit and make a mint."
I think it might just have something to do with the bright colors, you know.
Yeah, like bright brown. Bright brown. It's so brown.
And also, I guess, like, it is fun, I guess, because it's a drink, but you have something chewy in it. It's like, ooh, this is something different. But, like, is it just like a fad, or is it like here to stay kind of thing, you know?
Oh, I think that's here to stay.
Yeah?
For sure.
Yeah, it's been around for
I
long
mean,
enough.
it's there's always like new spots popping up every now and again.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things that, I mean, we can only talk about this because of where we live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Hawaii, like that shit's like I'm sure in Taiwan, and Japan and China and all that shit. Like, there's probably way more there too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and because I mean you can get it in the States, but like it's like very niche. Like you got to go to like the Asian part of town.
Yeah.
And, like it's not like
Everywhere.
yeah. And here it's like everywhere's the Asian part of town. There's a boba spot in every fucking 6 blocks. You know?
Yeah.
Actually, I did see one go out of it. The one in Salt here that went out of business.
Oh, yeah?
That was it? I think that was a Mr. T.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was,
That
right,
a
right
Mr.
by
T, and
the,
they
across from the
fucking-
Starbucks, right?
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there. It was the last time we went to Salt. It was gone. And it
Oh.
was gonna be something else. I think it was gonna be like another fucking coffee shop. Which Jesus Christ,
How
that
many
place-
is there now? over
Fuck,
there?
dude,
Like
there's-
4?
There's Morning Brew. There's that fucking Bar 9.
Yep.
There's
Starbucks. Arvo?
Oh yeah, Arvo.
Yeah, that's 4 right there.
There's 4 in the same complex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shit, man. Like, and what's crazy is the rent over there is so fucking high that they're still surviving. Like
Yeah.
that fucking blows my mind.
I guess it's just brand loyalty, you know?
I guess.
Or there's something. I don't know what it is.
I mean, everybody drinks coffee.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where it's just like, oh, the line's long here. Well, I'll go to the
I'll
next
go to
one.
the
I mean, I'm sure. Like, I know there's Arvo has probably got a huge loyal following.
Yeah. Still haven't been there, though.
No, I don't drink coffee like that, so
Oh.
I wouldn't go.
Pretty simple, really. Yeah, I'm not a big... Oh, I take that back. I used to be a big coffee drinker. Then I went to Colombia
Yeah.
and had some really fucking good coffee. And now anytime I go to a Starbucks or like Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, it's always like, it's... I think Colombia ruined coffee for me.
I feel so. I was never into coffee.
Uh-huh.
I was like for a little bit. Me and my friend kind of drank coffee. But this was after this. But I was never big on coffee. Never really like fucking Starbucks or any shit like that. Like I didn't. Coffee wasn't my thing. But we went to Italy
Uh-huh.
and just fucking ridiculous. Like the cappuccinos and like the little espresso. Like you just walk up to the little cafe. You get one, you fucking drink it, and you're done. Like it was so good. Like so good. Like every single day we were in Italy,
You
I
went
had
there.
a fucking coffee. Like I mean, and it was anywhere. It wasn't even like the same spot because we
Yeah.
were. We did it as a cruise, so it was like we were going down the coast of Italy, and like every time we stopped, we would go out and do tour shit. And,
Yeah.
all that stuff, but it would be like, I need a coffee. But just like so balanced
Yeah.
and like so smooth and just like just the right amount of bitter and just like sweet. Like you didn't even have to fucking put anything in it. Like just the way they gave it to you was just
Yeah.
like, drink it. It was like,
That's good.
yeah, I fucking, Italy was bomb. I want to go back and not on a cruise because that was I want to stay like around.
All right, yeah.
It just sucked having to like have a curfew because it was like you'd get there and like the Europeans, like during that lunch hour, it's like fucking dead.
Oh,
Like like shit's open and there's like it's not like the fucking town is like a ghost town, but it was like you didn't see a lot of shit because people were at lunch or they're doing shit, so like certain things would be closed or whatever. But I mean, a lot of the shit we did was on a tour, so it was cool. But still, I'd rather go and like see the nightlife, like, not club or anything, but just like be there at night.
Yeah.
Do that shit.
Yeah. Whenever I travel, that's always one of my favorite things to do. Go out, walk the streets at night, see what's going on.
Yeah.
See what all the cool hip kids are doing.
Ooh, what are hipsters like in here? What are your hipsters like?
Yeah. And plus, I feel like just nightlife in general has, a lot more life to it. Not saying that like daytime and markets and stuff like that aren't any fun. But I feel, at least for me, my taste, the better food, like the street food and stuff, comes out.
Yeah.
At night when everyone's like drinking and shit. Like
Yeah,
that.
and a lot of those European towns and even like Asian towns, like shit don't start till
Yeah, late.
like, especially Europe. Like they
Yeah.
don't, like they're eating dinner at fucking like 9, 10 o'clock at night and shit, and like, and it's more of an event. Not event, but it's more of a like, I guess priority to like eat good food and like take a long time
Yeah.
and enjoy it and like
Yeah.
it's more communal. And I mean, I don't give a fuck about communal. That is one food thing that I always disliked. I hated when restaurants started doing that fucking communal table shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't want to make friends when I go out to eat. Like, I'm here talking with whoever I'm with, my wife or friends or whatever. Like, I don't want to be like fucking ass cheek to shoulder with some fucking rando who's like, "Ooh, what are you eating there, buddy? Looks good." And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, that happens to me enough when you're just in a regular restaurant and they're like, it's just, I don't want to talk to you when I'm eating with somebody else. Like, I didn't come to eat with you. So, like, yeah, that communal shit, I don't like that shit. Like, I hated when you go somewhere and you're like, oh, there's a communal table. Like, fuck.
The only one available.
Yeah, or like, you considered the like, no, dude, like, that's when there's a bar.
Yeah.
Like, the bar is the communal table. You want to fucking sit next to some schlub and, like, go elbow to elbow fucking battling to get your nachos, then you sit at the fucking bar. I want to go to the booth and be alone, doing my shit. Don't talk to me.
Just let me eat in peace. Yeah, I thankfully never had to sit at a communal table at any of those restaurants. My girlfriend at the time would be like, "Yeah, let's sit there." I'm like, "No, I don't really feel like it."
I barely wanted to come here with you. Don't make me sit next to strangers.
The only reason I'm here is because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
And this is the place you chose, all right?
The one night a year. Don't make me regret it.
Yeah. That's what I like doing when I travel. Eating the night food.
Yeah, that's why I want to go to like all the Asias,
Yeah.
all those fucking night markets, all those like just street food in general. That's just like the shit. Like all that good stuff. Like all that, like the shit you would get on the secret menu, like they'd only serve to like Chinese people.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Whitey. You don't get that. We make it, but you can't have it.
Yeah. I've been thinking about Japan, planning a trip with my girlfriend and a couple friends and stuff. My homie that I'm planning it with, he goes to Japan like 3-4 times a year. I think I've talked about him before on the podcast.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, man, Japanese nightlife, the food scene there, especially like after like 9 o'clock, it's completely different than like during the day. Because they have like these little izakaya stalls and stuff like that where you don't pay for food, you don't pay for beer, you pay for the amount of time that you're there.
Oh.
So you go in, the man running the grill or whatever, he jots down what time you come in. You get food, you get beer, and then you pay just for how long you've been there.
Oh shit.
Which is like, I don't know how they make
Like
money, but
eating by the hour?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I guess that's like, like Gen or Jen or whatever. The fucking, like they got like, oh, you get a 2 hour time limit, and you could fucking eat for 2 hours. But I mean, yeah, that is crazy though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like have to have that much shit on hand, like all the time. Yeah,
And-
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah, like your food costs would be like. I mean, I guess I don't know. That's
there has to be some method to the madness, you know. They probably like
mouthfuls of it.
they've probably like costed it out, like taking the average amount that people eat and drink during like an hour, say.
I fucking show up and they're like, oh fuck,
Fuck me.
you could be here for 10 minutes. No. You sit in the 10-minute section. You don't fucking. But I say run it like I told you, we went to that sushi joint.
Yeah.
That Cats.
Yeah.
That cat sushi, it was good. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't like fucking, oh my god, like you need to eat here. It's the best. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's $25. You can eat what you want. Like, but again, it was like 2 hours. So don't. Like 2 hours, they're gonna be like, "Hey, fatty, move it along." Well, I'm not finished. But it was the same thing where like you gotta finish what you order, and if you don't, then they're gonna charge you.
Yeah.
Which is the same as like those Sick to Rock and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
those
yeah.
Korean barbecue joints where it's like, don't leave shit on the plate.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna charge you.
Yep. Well, there's never any shit left on that plate.
I read somewhere some dude somebody said that was like, oh, we go to eat at those places. It's not for food and fun. It's for fucking competition. Like, it's like an event. Like we don't fuck around. Like we're coming there. We're gonna house everything that fucking comes our way.
I love that shit though.
Oh yeah. But their margins are still. I mean, obviously, like all the plates and dishwashing and
Yeah.
gas and electricity and all that shit's probably pretty expensive for them. But as far as like food goes, like they're slicing that shit thin,
Yeah, super thin.
super thin. Like I was shocked when we went to Sick to Rock, which is Sick to Rock 2, that opened recently by us in like the Waimalu shopping plaza, and it's an all-you-can-eat Korean joint. But they had like pork steak.
Oh.
Like it was like a fucking. It was like a maybe ½ inch, maybe 3/4 inch fucking slab of like pork.
Yeah.
Like marinated and all that shit. But I was like, oh fuck! Like that was the thickest piece of meat I'd ever seen in like a Korean, like cook yourself Korean barbecue joint. Because usually it's just like really thin.
Yeah.
Sliced, marinated, or raw, or whatever, like just plain. But yeah, I mean, you think like you get a case of pork butt at like, there's 40 pounds of pork in that shit.
Yeah.
And they freeze it, and then they slice it into paper thin fucking thing.
Yeah.
You have like 40 pounds of meat like that, and they only give you like what? You get it like, oh, I'll have the pork, and they come out with a plate, and it's like 5 thin slices of pork. So like one pork butt is like feeding like how many fucking people?
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, their margins are pretty thin if they go
Yeah.
that way. And I guess even like izakaya shit, like or yakitori, like you're not getting like a shit ton of meat on a stick. You're getting like 2 pieces, 3 or 4 pieces, or like part of a gizzard, fucking chopped up. So I guess that keeps their margins pretty tight.
Yeah.
But still, that's crazy. Eating by the hour.
Yeah.
All right, you've been here fucking 2 hours. $600. Because, I mean, I'll fucking do some damage.
Oh yeah.
You get me in front of just plain old meat.
Just a little salt and pepper.
Fuck, yeah.
Cook
I
it
will
over
fuck
some
that shit up.
charcoals.
I will eat meat.
Shit's great.
That's what I was getting my wife. Like, so we went and fucking got, like, within the same week, we went to drop the girls at dance class, whatever, and between then, we just, like, picked up a snack. We were going to just get lumpia from Golden Coin, and they had the fucking pork belly, like the lechon, like, skin on, like piece, and the lady's like, oh, we don't sell it. It's just this piece. We'll sell it. Like they weren't gonna cut it up and sell it. They were like, this is all we have, and you have to buy this if you want it.
Oh.
It was like $15 worth of pork.
All right.
And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, like that shit was fucking delicious. So good.
Shit's good, man.
Like one of the best pieces of fucking like crispy fucking skin pork I've had.
God, that fucking skin. Dude.
But it was like a pound, it was like a pound of fucking meat. And I'm sitting there like, blah, 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 blah. And my wife's like, you're gonna eat a pound of meat right now? And I'm like, I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
I I guess. Like, but then it's like, we go to a fucking all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue joint. It's like, you haven't eaten a pound yet. Like, you better fucking eat a pound of meat. Like, shit was funny like that. That was like growing up. My fucking dad was like that. Like, you need to lose weight. And then he'd be like, we're going out to all you can eat tonight. And you're like, you know, fucking like, like
really help.
what? Like, yeah, that's counterintuitive. Yeah. Especially since I had no, like, I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking like, no, I'll stay home and cook my brown rice and fucking kale. Like, because I'm on a diet. It was like, okay, well, we're going to eat now. Like, you got a fucking all you can eat place. Oh, you didn't eat enough. I paid fucking good money. And you're like, oh yeah, you just fucking yell at me because you think I'm fucking fat. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I love all you can eat buffets, man.
I wish there was better. Well, I wish there was any. I don't think there really is. They're like breakfast buffets that are cheaper.
Yeah.
But there isn't a lot. Like,
Over
there's
here,
like hotel
yeah,
shit
it's all
and
the
stuff, but it's
hotels.
all like, you know, meh.
Yeah.
And then if you want like good shit, then it's like, oh shit, it's $75 a
Yeah,
pop, and you're like, well, that's like special occasion shit.
Yeah. Not every Sunday.
Yeah. Well, because like, you know, and so like living on the East Coast, we had Golden Corral. When I thought about starting a podcast, I thought about where would I host it, who would listen to it, and what was the easiest way to get started doing that. And I found out that Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Which was a fucking bomb-ass breakfast. And they did like lunch and dinner too, but like we would go there specifically for breakfast. All the homies, we would like, on the way there, like fucking smoke a blunt and just get fucking ripped. And then go in and be like, oh. And it's just like fucking steak and eggs and fucking pancakes and waffles and fucking breakfast sausage and bacon and fucking like all like the spread, you know, like the bomb fucking like all the shit you want at a breakfast buffet. You know, scrambled eggs, fucking, you know, but just like, but it was fucking cheap, dude. It was like $20.
Oh, man.
Like $20 a person. So it was like so fucking worth it. Like you could fucking go everywhere. I mean, we still did it. Like, I mean, we were fucking broke, living on our own fucking shit. So it'd be like, hey man, we got $20. Let's all go fuck yeah. Like, but like that was the shit. And then you had like there was a lot more. It was like it's more prevalent. Like the all you can eat and like there's a lot here. But it's like shitty.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of good all you can eat
Yeah.
fucking places. And what I miss, one of the ones I really don't like is the fucking soup plantation. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Do you ever live in the mainland at all?
No.
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 Wow. So soup plantation was like a healthy, like all you can eat part. Like it wasn't like super healthy, but it was like soup and salad.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a fucking giant salad bar.
Yeah.
And then they had like soups and like chilies and like clam chowder and shit and like breads. And then like they would do like cheesy bread, like kind of like pizza, but not really. They had like a cheese one, and then I think they did like a pepperoni one, but it wasn't like pizza. It was like flatbread cut into strips.
Yeah.
And then they had like mac and cheese and like pasta, and they would like change it monthly and like this month's soup is this or whatever. But it was fucking great, and it was pretty cheap because I mean it was fucking salad. It wasn't like, but there was nothing. There was no like proteins really, besides like
Just
I
what
think
was
they
in
had
the
like
soup
chicken
and
to
shit.
put on the
Yeah,
salad,
yeah,
or like, like what was in the soup or like chili. But they had like baked potatoes, so you could like get a baked potato, and fucking chili, and fucking sour cream and cheese and like all that shit, and like baked potato bar. And it was fucking good. And it was like, you didn't feel like a piece of shit. Oh, because like it was mainly salad.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big soup guy, but like their clam chowder was good. You put enough fucking Tabasco in it. It was fucking delicious.
Just need that kick, huh?
But every once in a while, I think about that. I'm like, oh man, I wish there was fucking soup plantation. Like, because like you want like an all-you-can-eat salad bar, like it was fucking, you know. And here, you don't really have. There's not really like a salad bar
No.
option. It's like, I think whatchamacallit has salad. Fucking
Sizzler.
Do they have? There's no Sizzler out here. Like, but
They closed
Sizzler
down a while
was.
ago.
Sizzler was.
Are they still in business? Oh.
There's Sizzlers. We had a Sizzler in San Diego.
Huh.
The best part of Sizzler, that fucking cheesy toast. Damn, that shit was good. That fucking that bread was so fluffy. And they just like, it was like they put cheese and it was. I don't know how to make it. This is what I feel like it was. Is like they took like that Texas toast style toast.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
That
like
thick
that
cut.
thick cut French bread, like it's really pillowy and
Yeah.
soft in the middle. And then they put like a mixture of like cheddar and Parmesan, and they like flat top grilled
nice.
it. So the one side was not toasted at all, and the other side was like that crispy cheese and
Yeah.
like toast. And so it was that nice like crunch, and then like that
Soft chew. Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude! That shit was fucking damn. That shit was so fucking good.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's not really, not many all-you-can-eat places here. Like, well, you have your Sick Dorak and your
Yeah, I mean it's
stuff like
mainly
protein.
it's like I don't want to. I guess like it's very
Asian.
heavy Asian.
yeah,
Like all you can eat sushi.
Yeah.
All you can eat fucking
yakiniku and shit like that.
yeah.
But other than that, there's really not much all-you-can-eat stuff. Except
Unless
for
it's
those-
like. But again, it's like Asian. You know, like you have what do we have by us? It's like an all you can eat Japanese is Makina Chaya.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like one
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like and even and like the hotels they have buffets, but again it's like Asian
Yeah.
inspired. Like you go there and it's like all you can eat crab legs, all you can eat poke, fucking miso yaki butterfish, like teriyaki chicken.
All the Hawaii staples.
Oh, just Pizza Hut.
Oh,
Pizza Hut has all
oh,
you can
dude,
eat.
that's right.
There's that one. I don't know if they don't all have it, but there's the one in Kapolei.
Oh.
The Pizza Hut out there has it, which is like all you can eat pizza. That's a fucking scam. That's like all you can eat pancakes. Like fuck, dude. Like you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. No, there was God, what was the name of that? Oh my gosh, Wailana Coffee House.
Why
It was in Waikiki. It closed down last year, I think it was.
It's not that 24-hour joint, is it?
It was, yeah. That
It's
was.
still on the corner there, isn't it?
Is it?
I swear I just passed by. It's a
I thought it
24-hour
closed
coffee
down.
shop.
Yeah,
like,
right across from the Hilton.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
still there.
Is it really?
Yeah. I mean, the sign's still up.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it's
I don't
still
know if it's. It must. I mean, why would they still have the sign?
I don't know.
Yeah, because
I
we were
gotta
just
check
we were
that
just
shit
down
out
there,
Fuck.
and we like I made that turn, and it was right there. It's right there on the corner.
I know they have all-you-can-eat specials every now and then. They always have like the all-you-can-eat pancakes.
Well, there's
but-
that Mac 24 too.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
they do. I don't know if they do all you can eat though. Is it all you can eat?
I don't think so.
No, I think they just
I
have
haven't been
big
there in a
pancakes
while,
or
but
something.
yeah, it's just
They have
giant
big portions.
pancakes. Yeah, and they'd have Wailana Coffee House would have all-you-can-eat specials all the time. Like I
Like
remember.
Thursday would be like all you can eat chili and spaghetti or something. Like
No, there was one day.
oh, you can eat spam and eggs. You're like,
you-
oh fuck.
No, usually before like the Honolulu Marathon, they'd have like an all-you-can-eat like spaghetti night or something, so you could
Oh,
just like
fuck.
fucking carbo
Carbo.
load and shit like that. Like I remember one time, me and my friends went for one of those, and we spent like maybe an hour
Fuck.
and a half just eating spaghetti.
God damn. That's like my nightmare. That's like fucking all you can eat fried rice. Oh.
Just so heavy after.
Oh my god, dude! I cannot. All you can eat spaghetti.
Hey man, gotta get your money's worth. Sure, it was only like $12, but
That's like fuck. Yeah, I mean, I could eat $12 worth of spaghetti.
yeah.
But like, That's it. I'm not doubling down. There's no way. I'd be fucking like, I'd fucking pass the fuck out if I had to. All you can eat spaghetti.
It's funny because the reason we went there was because one of my friends was running the Honolulu Marathon. But
You're like, solidarity, brother. You run it.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
eat the spaghetti.
but he got so fucking like knack attack, just like food paralysis and stuff like that. He woke up like half an hour after check-in time,
Oh shit.
and he was like, "Fuck!"
He's fucking running. He just joins the middle. Vomiting spaghetti. Fucking mile 2. Oh.
Yeah, man. I don't think I've ever eaten so much noodles in one sitting.
Fuck.
Because it was a lot.
You know what would be good here that I think would do super fucking well is the Brazilian fucking steakhouses. The all-you-can-eat ones.
Oh yeah.
The churrascarias.
Yeah,
those fucking
yeah.
things. Like, those would fucking make
absolutely.
bank out here.
Yeah.
And those things, oh my god, those are so good. Those Brazilian steakhouses are fucking, like, we had one in San Diego. It's a chain. Because I think there's one in Vegas and there's somewhere else. But it's called Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
Dude, their shit is, fuck, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. They're like, so, have you been to one? Have you been to this?
I haven't been to one, but my friends have.
They're, yeah, so it's like, it's like, I love it because it's all about the meat.
Yeah.
And they're back there, like, cooking it on the huge fucking skewers.
Yeah.
So they're skewering it like these fucking like swords of like chicken and like fucking like like bacon wrapped filet mignon,
Damn.
like sausages, like all different cuts of like chicken, steak, all kinds of shit. And then you sit down and you get this little. Some places, this place had like it's like a wooden dowel,
Okay.
like a probably about the size of this microphone. One side's green and one side's red. And so you flip it to green, and these dudes just walk around with the fucking sticks, and they just hack off
Oh shit.
pieces of meat or slide off a sausage or whatever onto your plate. And then they just walk around the fucking restaurant. You ain't gotta get up.
Oh jeez.
Like
nice.
it's like the laziest of all the laziest of all the buffets. And then when you're done, like if you just flip it over, they'll just pass by you. They won't stop at your table. So you flip it and you make the runs like you get. Oh, let me get a steak and let me get this, and then you flip it over and they don't fuck with you. But then like their like cold section is like this because it's expensive. It's like I want to say close to like $50
per person.
Yeah, like it's a pricey.
Yeah.
It's a pricey buffet, but it's like all high quality like shit. You know what I mean? Like there's no like spinach and fucking cottage cheese salad. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking canned peaches on the salad bar. Like you got like
With that
grilled,
fruit
like you have like fucking grilled white asparagus.
Ooh.
And like these fucking like potato salad shits, and like they have like this rice and like fucking like charcuterie, like all kinds of shit, like like fucking fuck, I can't even remember the fucking name. Like prosciutto and
Yeah.
like high end like salad accoutrement
Yeah.
shit. And then they have like lettuce and you can make a salad, but it's like side dishes mostly. It's not specifically like a salad bar. It's like shit that goes with the meat. But I mean, I'm like, fuck all that. I'm like, just bring me the fucking meat. But yeah, that shit is, oh man, and it's all cooked like, the dudes are just back, like the whole fucking back kitchen, like, cause you can see it, it's like open. It's just like huge fucking firewalls, and they're just like turning these fucking skewers on like a rotisserie. And then they like one couple dudes just doing that, just fucking cooking meat. And then the server comes and they grab one off and they fucking hand it to him. He's coming around with a towel and the fucking board. Clack. Fucking slice you off. Oh man, it's fucking good. But that shit, I'm surprised there's not one out here. Like at least in like Waikiki.
Yeah.
Cause like you fucking pop one of those up, dude, they'd be fucking making so much money.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause they got them in Vegas. I mean, you know how fucking people are in Vegas. But I mean, just Japanese tourists alone, like would fucking flock to that shit.
Yep. Because it's something new and exciting to them.
What's all you can eat?
Yeah.
All you can eat meat.
All you can eat.
All you can eat expensive meat.
But even the Japanese, even if it's not all you can eat, they're always more than willing to spend the money for a good meal.
That was always like a thing for me. Like I talk to my wife about this. Like I feel like it's like the culture, right?
Yeah.
Like they work and work and work and work and work their fucking asses off,
Yeah.
just so they can go and like buy stuff
Yeah.
and go on vacation. But I never feel like they're actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like I always see like these groups of fucking tourists, and they're always just like, I must absorb, I must consume, I must fucking, you know what I mean? Like they never see like, you know, you see other people like, or like you go on vacation, you're like, oh man, this is fucking cool. I'm like soaking
Yeah.
it in, and the fucking this is sick, and I'm doing this, and I'm going to eat, and I'm fucking doing all this shit, and it's always like. It looks from my perspective, it looks very mechanical. That it's like I am consuming, I am fucking this, and I'm spending
Yeah.
my money. We need to go shopping. We need to take these pictures. We need to do this, and it's never like, are you even having fun?
Yeah.
Like,
it's
is this
very like scheduled kind of.
yeah, like it just looks like this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
Like we need to go here. We need to eat here. We need to buy this stuff, and we need to take these pictures.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, aren't you having fun? I mean, I guess. But yeah, like I don't know. It just seems like they're not enjoying themselves. But I guess it's all relative, and
Yeah.
you enjoy. I guess you do whatever you want to enjoy it, but it just doesn't look like they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the culture. You know,
Like for-
everything is very like
They have to have everything laid out, you know,
Yeah.
because that's how their life is back in Japan or whatever. It's like
I guess
do
that's
this
kind
and
of
that
it.
and
Like,
do
there's
this and
no,
that.
there doesn't look like there's an element of like cutting loose.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I'm on vacation. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just go with the flow,
Yeah.
doing shit, having fun on vacation. It's like,
I don't know if they can go with the flow. Because I've had a couple friends. It took them a couple times coming down here. A couple friends who live in Japan. They'd always be like, "Okay, we want to go here. We want to do this. We want to do that." And I'm like, "How about we just do whatever?
yeah.
Like just not come up with a plan, and let's just fucking see where the day takes us." Shit like that.
Now, is that you on vacation, or is that you when they come here?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Like on vacation, I don't make any plans.
Yeah.
I go
See,
someplace.
Like my wife likes to plan stuff, and she's a list maker.
Yeah.
And I like to make a thing of like, oh, I want to eat at these places, or I want to see this. Mostly eating.
Yeah.
But she likes there to be like some kind of itinerary, which I'm okay with that. Like
Yeah.
a loose, like not every second of every day is
Yes.
planned out, but like this day we want to do these 4 things.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens in the middle is fucking happens. So like that to me, like that's as about as like timelined as we get. So it's not too crazy, but I like to have like some sort of oh, we're gonna, you know, but she's better at it than I am.
Yeah.
I just like, here I have this whole fucking list of things. She's like, yeah, but where is it? Where is it? Near the hotel? Is it fucking near the
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Like, we gotta like make sure we're like, you know, is it close? But
Yeah. My girlfriend's the same way. When we were up in London, it was very nerve-wracking for her to travel with me because I'm.
you're like, whatever.
She's like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "Whatever."
Soak it in, baby.
It's
just
like,
wanna soak it in.
"What do you mean, whatever?" It's like, "Oh, well, let's like go to a park somewhere, walk around, and just see what looks fun and fucking do it."
I have this like unspoken thing. I'm sorry, did I kick you?
No.
Of like traveling that I don't like to be viewed as a tourist.
Oh yeah.
You know, not saying that I'm immersed in the culture.
Yeah.
And like, I live here. Don't look at me. But like, I just don't like it. Like, oh, tourist. Because I know how I am with tourists, and I'm just like, fucking tourists.
There are some fucking places you just cannot avoid it though. Like me, when I went to Colombia, first thing, I walk out of
You're
the
not brown
airport.
enough.
Well, I walk out of the airport and some taxi driver's like, Chino! Motherfucker.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, Mexican. Yeah, I mean, I'm at a place wherever I go.
Yeah.
Even to like white places. I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, we went to, I guess the whitest place. I mean, even traveling in like the States and shit, it's like clearly like, you're not from here. Like, I guess that kind of depends. I just like, I guess I just draw a lot of attention normally, like just because I'm fucking, hold on now. Fucking Jake just pulled nerds out of his pocket? Like, what the fuck?
Fuck yeah.
This guy's been holding out this whole time. He's got fucking... Who can take a rainbow and turn it into candy? I don't know how that song is. Oh no, so nerds. I fucking saw these things. So when I go to like fill the water jugs, we have like the 5-gallon fucking water thing. There's always like it's inevitably the like the clearance rack is right there. Like buy this shit. It's all like we don't sell it anymore.
Yeah.
They had like these nerds packs, and they were like luchador nerds. So it was like the pack was like, it looked like a fucking like a wrestling fight card, like lucha libre style.
Yeah.
And like one nerd was like chili and the other one was mango, and it was like, which one's better? Oh, like, and I was like, oh man, this fucking looks sick. But all they had was chili mango, and I was like, I fucking have a chili mango. It was like, I'm not really feeling chili mango nerds. But I fucking love the fucking nerds, which is just like, they're just dots of sugar.
Yeah,
like,
you want those?
no.
Alright.
I'm over nerds. But nerds are nerds. I just like
Nerds!
nerds. The fucking trivia night. God damn it. But off topic. Still kind of on food. But so I like to play devil's advocate a lot. So, like in the way of like, you know, like I sometimes just like fuck with it because I really don't give a shit one way or the other. But I like fucking with people and like, oh, so yeah, like I'll take the opposite stance just to fuck with them. And then as soon as they get like super heated, I'm like, oh, I don't give a shit. Fuck! Like, what the fuck are you? Or like, no, just pure out. Like, I don't give a shit either way. Like, you fucking go fuck yourself. Why are we even having this argument? I was bored and it was funny. So when I first started working, like most any job really, like you get to talking to servers or whatever.
Yeah.
And or just people in the kitchen, and I was inevitably go to like everybody has a price. You know, and it, not even money.
Yeah.
Like there's something or someone or something, you know, that would make you. It could be money, but like do something.
Yeah.
And
that
then,
you
like,
normally wouldn't do, yeah.
because it falls into the line of like I'm big on the proponent of like, you know how like people say like morality is like what you do when nobody's looking kind of thing, and I know everybody has, no matter how staunch they are about like, oh no, I'm an honest person. Well, yeah, so I like to push that like, oh yeah, but what if this happened? No, I would never. Okay, what about this? And they're like, well, you know, and it would start with like dudes like that are like super homophobic, and be like, what's the big deal? They're like, no, I mean, yeah, but like, what if somebody gave you $10,000 to suck their dick? And they're like, oh no. I'd be like, what about $1 million? And they're like, well,
Fuck, I'll suck a dick for $10,000.
yeah, I would. I mean, this is in the but that's not fair. You can't say because you fucking.
I can say whatever.
Suck a dick for nothing. Like,
Hey, I do it for love, alright?
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, doing it for $10,000 is a big jump for you. That'd be like, oh, eat this sandwich off the ground. I would do it anyways, but like, you gonna give me money for it? Fuck yeah! Like, I'd fucking eat that sandwich just because it looked delicious. But shit like that, like one of the things we got into was baby birding, which is, for those of you listening, all 9 of you. Yeah, that's right. We got analytics, motherfucker. We're watching you, Big Brother style. I don't know how accurate that is, but whatever. The app is sketchy at best. So baby birding is the act of chewing up food and then regurgitating. I don't want to say regurgitating because you're not like swallowing it. It's just you're chewing it up in your mouth and then spitting it into somebody else's mouth. And so you know how many people are like, what the fuck? That's so fucking gross. And like, and you're just like, yeah, but what if this person did it? And they're like, yeah, yeah. So I was like, I don't know if I could push you because you're pretty open-minded.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we're both similar. They're like, me personally, like, my cutoff is like, I don't give a shit about a lot of things, you know, or care any which way or the other. So it's very hard to get to somebody to be like, "No, you'll do it." I'd be like, "I don't want to do it though."
Yeah.
No, but do it. I'd be like, "No." You know, like I have to want to do it, or like, or even to the point of like not care about it enough to be like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it." Mm-hmm. But like I feel like I'm not. I don't know if I'd say I'm like black and white on it. That's the right way to say it. But it's like I'm either gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like and if I don't want to do it,
You're not gonna.
I'm not going to. You know what I mean? Like if I get into like that stubborn corner of like I'm gonna give you $2 million to suck that dick, then I'd be like, I don't want to feel like sucking dick though. So I don't really want to suck this guy's dick. You know? And then like my wife's like, "You motherfucker, suck that dick!" Like we got kids. Like it's $2 million. Like you fucking suck that fucking dick.
That's college.
Suck it good, yeah. But and I'd be like, but this guy, I don't like this guy. His fucking dick is weird. But
Ooh, so it's not only just the money; it's also like the aesthetic appeal.
but that's I mean that's just a point. But like it's like it was just to prove the fact that like I would probably suck the dick for $2 million.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like it depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Like you could be like right now you're like, oh, like the nerds thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I like nerds. I'll fucking eat a nerd. The candy.
Okay.
But if I don't want them and you're like, come on, eat a nerd, just have one. I'm like, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want a nerd. Whereas some people would be like, all right, I'll have a
whole
nerd.
peer pressure thing.
Yeah, it's kind of into that thing, and like I guess I get into like trouble with that. Not trouble, but I come off as like, well, I'm an asshole, so I always come off as an asshole. But like when you're in social settings with people and like their family, and they're like, try the Hova or try the fucking dick. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Come on, try it. And they're like, but I don't want it. But try it. But I don't want it. And it's like, well, it's rude if you don't take it. I'm like, what the fuck them? It's rude to keep shoving it at me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, I always hated that fucking thing where it's like you got to take something just to not be rude,
Yeah.
but like nobody thinks it's rude to keep fucking giving it to you
Yeah.
after you said no politely. You know, and I'm always getting into those situations where I'm like, oh, no, thank you. No, but come on, do it. No, I don't want to. Thank you, though. No, come on, take it, dude. You got to try it. And I'm like, cool. I understand that you want me to try it. I really don't want to try it. Thank you for offering.
Yeah.
And then it's like, come on, man. And they're like, dude, I fucking told you already that I don't want to eat it. Oh, you're such an asshole, bro. You don't got to be an asshole. I'm like, dude, we just spent 20 minutes going back and forth. And it comes out that I'm the asshole because I fucking snap and be like, look, dude, I don't want your fucking cookie. You know, like, like just get the fuck away from me. That happened one time. This guy's girlfriend is like vegan and she's a chef and like all this stuff. So I know part of it for her was like, oh, this guy's a cook and he cooks and he's a really good cook or whatever. His friend, what he told her.
Yeah.
And then so she's like, oh, I made these vegan brownies. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm not a fan. I don't. Well, no, but these are good. And I'm like, I'm honestly not hungry right now. I don't really want a brownie, no matter if vegan or not.
Yeah.
She's like, just try it. I spent a really long time making these, and I'm like, congratulations. I don't want them. Like,
I'm not
thank you.
hungry.
You know, like I don't want the fucking brownie. You know, like. So, and then she got like, it was like a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And she got pissed and all this. I was just like, but whose fault is that? You know what I mean? Like, you always have to be the better person? Like, I can't stand that because I always got that as like, from my dad.
Yeah.
Specifically. Was like a big sticking point.
Shit, sorry.
Hydro Flask down. It was like, very like, just do it because, you know, or if something happened and I was offended or not offended, but like it got me mad or angry and I'd be like, fuck these guys, they're always fucking doing this. It's like, well, maybe it's you. They're like, dude, fuck you. Like, I don't have a right to be like, upset. Like my dad was the ultimate fucking millennial, like back in the day. It was just like, oh, it's offensive, don't do it. You know, and it's like, fuck you. Like, oh, don't do it. How will people view me? You know, I was like, I don't give a shit how people view you. Why do you give a shit?
Yeah.
Because it was like the piercing my tongue. Like he wouldn't sign, like, because you could do it when you're 16.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to do it when you're 18, you could do it because you're 18. And then I did it when I was 18. He's like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, what? It's a big fucking deal. Well, how are people going to look at me that my fucking son has his tongue pierced? And I'm like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, you really, like, are your fucking old cronies like, oh, this guy with his fucking son who's got a tongue piercing.
I think that's also just that generation, you know? They care about what other people think, or they care about what other people think about their kid,
Yeah.
because it, like, somehow reflects onto them or something. Which,
Yeah. I don't, like, I'm a huge proponent with my girls of the whole, like, I've tried from the time that I believe they could understand it and to this day, make sure that they, like, I don't want you to ever stop doing something you love or like
just
because somebody else thinks it's stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't let anybody, I don't care what anybody fucking says. They're like, if you like playing with fucking toys and you're in your fucking teens and somebody's like, what a baby, you play with toys. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't say that, fuck them, but like, because this is stupid. Like, I think so many people, like, bend to that, in that direction, that like, it creates, it doesn't affect everybody else, it affects you.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like a shitty person. It makes you feel like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Because I felt like that when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Because of my size, I was always taller than everybody. And so I was young, and I would do young things, and it'd be like, look at this fucking jackass doing shit like that. You know, like I couldn't trick or treat when I was a kid because they'd be like, this tall motherfucker, like, you can't be trick or treating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm 10. I can trick or treat now? Like, you know, like there was always that, like,
Yeah.
oh, you're too big and too old to do that,
Yeah.
so don't do it. This is the way it's got to be. You're this age now, so do this. It's like, fuck you. Like, and I think that's why you have so many people now that like these old, like, you know, nerd dudes. They're like into Star Wars and like they're because it was such a taboo for them to like keep doing that
Yeah.
when they were like in their teens. And it was like, oh, that's baby shit.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, but I like it. Oh, well, but he's going to be mean to me if I keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then now they're like, I got my own money. Fuck it. I'm going to be Star Wars. You know, and you're like, okay, tone down.
Join a Stormtrooper troop.
I have my motorcycle helmet to start. But I think that's a big, you know, like it's a big thing of like that. I think it's also nostalgia too. But like I think that like when we were growing up, I think that was a big thing. Was like, oh, you're a man now. Like you fucking can't do that, and you got to do this. But it's like if you enjoy doing something, fuck everybody else. Like just do it. I mean, obviously, you're not hurting anybody. You're not fucking like. I like cutting off people's fingers randomly.
Yeah.
But you know, like
That might be something you'd
I
want
like
to stop.
stabbing the occasional stranger now and again. It's just fun for me. You can't tell me I'm too old to do that. But you know, like I think that's you just do what you want, dude.
Yeah.
It's not like you're fucking. No, peer pressure is so stupid
Yeah, it really is.
because it's just somebody else's stupid fucking insecurities. Like
being played out on you.
yeah, you know, like oh well, I got picked. Like that whole bully thing. You know, it all
Yeah.
stems from like, well, they're getting picked on too. You know, it's like okay, so don't be a dick to somebody else.
Yeah.
Take it out of, like,
Actually, funny story. I was bullied a lot at the school I went to on Big Island.
because you're Chinese.
Because because I was a poor kid
Oh,
at a rich
yeah.
white school, and I went there because my mom was the nurse, and she got
Oh, so not only were you poor, you got a free ride
yeah
because your mom
pretty
worked
much.
there.
But it's
Oh,
like, hey,
shit.
I got kicked out of all
Fuck,
the
I
other
hate you a
schools.
little bit right now. I'm gonna start bullying you.
Because I got kicked out of all the other schools in the district, all right? For fighting people.
So you were that like bullied badass, like you were like
Yeah, I was.
fucking got kicked out of schools, but I still get bullied. Like,
Yeah, especially at that school. Like, I never been degraded so much. Like at the other school, it was me just being like,
So
"What
you're
the
like
fuck do you
fucking
want?"
Judge Reinhold, not Judge Reinhold. Fucking-
But like,
what was the fucking Breakfast Club? Fucking Judd something, whatever. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, I know what
Don't
you're
you
talking
forget
about.
about me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
with that fat diamond earring.
fuck yeah, son. Just getting all that white girl puss, son.
Yeah, it was like I would be teased for bringing my lunch to school in a brown paper bag and shit like that. Like it, like there were times where I'd like, as soon as I got to school, I
hide my lunch bag, or I'd like full on like throw it away, just because
With lunch, or like you just throw your lunch away, or like you just probably throw away the bag.
I throw away the bag and I just carry the.
But then would
stuff
they be
in-
like, "Oh, fucking
Well-
can't even afford a brown bag"?
I'd put it in my backpack.
Oh, look at backpack lunch.
But yeah, and the only way I could stop the bullying, because as I got older, you know, it got more physical and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The only way I could stop bullying was stop the bullying was to become the bully. Because I had my growth spurt in like third or fourth grade. I was like just a couple inches shy of what I am now, which is 5'11". So when you're in like fifth grade and you're like 5'9", yeah.
Fucking shit. They say that's actually really prevalent with
Yeah?
like people that have been bullied.
Uh-huh.
So like when they get like like self assurance
Yeah.
and like fuck this and like take control, that they inevitably become the bully.
Yeah, I became the bully. I bullied people hard.
I've always been like I was always like a verbal bully. Like I think I still am. You know, that's just like my personality. People tried to bully me, and I would just be like, whatever.
No.
Like I never, like, being bullied.
Yeah.
Like I never got. Like I've always just had like the way I am, the way I'm wired is like. I've always like people would try to fuck with me. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
You suck dick. Whatever, dude. Like I don't.
Yeah.
And then and like all bullies, they wouldn't get a reaction, so they'd be like, well, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And so they just leave me alone. And then I was also gigantic. So
they would.
if they were like, it would be like, fuck you, big man. And then they'd be like, what? Nothing. Like, but yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know. I never had that, like, because it would always just peter out. Like, nobody, I never was like, oh, fuck, dude, there was this one kid that just fucked with me hard.
Yeah.
And like, because it never went anywhere. I never, like, gave any kind of, like, the one time, I remember this one kid in high school. I think it was like a freshman in high school. And this dude sitting next to me, this fucking football dude, and he was like, one of those, like, he was on the football team, but it wasn't any good.
Yeah.
But because he was on the football team, it was like, oh, the football team, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
but he was like low man on the totem pole.
like third string.
he was getting bullied by the football team. Like, but
He was a stat keeper.
he would fuck with me all the time. He would, he'd say shit like, I don't even remember. Like, I mean, he would call me names, or he would say fucked up shit or whatever, and I'd just be like, and we sat like next to each other in math class. Like,
Yeah.
like he sat to my right, and he would just, he would fuck you, man, you fucking big oaf. You know, like, I don't know why that was a fucking big word back then, like oaf. Like two different people call me that. Like, oaf. Like, where the fuck are you learning this word from? Are you fucking nerd? Like, you fucking make fun of you for calling me oaf. Like, you can't think of something better than that. Like, but anyway, so he would he would just spit shit and be like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm bad at math already. Like, I need to concentrate. Or I was just not concentrating. It was just fucking, we like to stick paper clips in my shoe and stick them in the fucking light socket.
Oh.
I mean, in the outlet.
Yeah.
And like, and like fucking blow out the outlet. That was a fun thing to do. But one day, he decided to start hitting me with a ruler.
Ah.
So, and not like crazy hard. Like, he started out like
Like just
I wasn't
tapping.
looking at him, so he would like whap, and he'd fucking whap me on the shoulder with it. And then I wouldn't do anything, and then he'd like whap, and then it got a little harder. He's like whap, and I'm like, dude, like, is this really what's fucking going on right now? Could you just like leave me the fuck alone, dude? Like, what is this doing for you? And he's like, what? Was it bothering you? Like, just one of those fucking
Yeah.
assholes, I was like, just fucking stop, dude. Like, it doesn't hurt, and like, it's just annoying. Yeah, well, that's what I want to be. He just wanted to be annoying. And so he stopped for like fucking 5 minutes, and then it was like, whap. Whap. Until he fucking whapped, and I fucking caught it on my shoulder, and I fucking yanked it out, and I broke it in half, and I fucking threw it at him. And I was like, now you don't have a ruler. And we're in fucking geometry class, so go fuck yourself. I didn't say that, but it was something that, like,
Yeah.
fuck you, here's your fucking ruler, or whatever. And he was just like, and he never fucked with me after that. But it was just like, I think that was the hardest I was ever bullied, besides, like, My father.
Daddy, why?
No, but yeah. I mean, honestly, that was probably the most consistent bullying, and it wasn't even like hardcore. I mean, he wasn't like a fucking asshole or whatever. But I mean, he just wasn't like the greatest, and his dad wasn't the greatest dad. You know, like the fucking cliches.
Yeah.
But he used to say, like, he called my sister Thunder Thighs and shit like that. It's like, I mean, come on, you don't say that to a girl, like a burgeoning teenage woman.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's not until like you're out of high school where you realize that thick thighs save lives.
fuck yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're like a preteen teenage girl.
And not your daughter. Let's make that
Oh,
clarify. We're not talking about finding your teenage daughter attractive. We're talking just as a man in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always fucking talk about that. We talked about like being single and like all that shit, and it was like back in my, I don't want to say heyday, but like back in the day when it was like dating and finding women attractive and all that shit, like we kind of had the pick of the litter back then, you know, because when we, I'm not me and you, but I mean, I kind of me and you, I'm a little older than you, but just in general, like my friends, I was like the only one that liked big girls, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like girls with like big butts and big
Yeah.
thighs and like, you know, voluptuous, you know, multiple, you know, yeah. I fucking got the dictionary app out right now. Synonyms for thick. But so it was like I said, you had your pick of the litter. Like you found that girl attractive and you talked because nobody else. That wasn't the style back then. You know what I mean? And like, dudes were like, "Oh, I like thin, wafy, fucking heroin chic." Like that shit was going on.
Heroin chic.
Yeah, you know, like fucking
That Courtney Love look.
Just strung out and bruised and like, yeah, you see the ribs on their back and shit. Like you can see their whole rib cage, baby, like a fucking picked clean chicken carcass. But yeah, that was coined like that fucking like Kate Moss and all that shit. Like they coined that heroin, like that.
Yeah.
That dead-eye, thin, fucking.
That
I'm
kind of
so weak.
Yeah.
Feed me. But so it was like, you know, back then it was like me and all the black guys that hung out were like, yeah, girl. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was, you know, you could, any chick that you saw that was, I mean, not any chick. It wasn't like, oh, they're so easy to pick up. It was like scooping them fucking, you know. It was a milk and honey days, baby. Yeah. But now that's like, you know, that's the norm now. And even though they still get shamed for it, it's like, now fucking chicks with big butts is like the thing.
Yeah.
But it's also there's also the caveats of like, well, I like big butts, but she also has to be like, that's the only thing big about it. Which is like forcing women to do so many squats. Like, and that's all they do is run and do squats. But I don't know if that's ever gonna end, man. Like chicks just doing stuff. You know, like even in this day of Me Too and women empowerment and all this stuff, it's like there's still so much like the butts of Instagram and like I'm only like if you're only doing it for you and your health reasons, then I don't think you would be posting just pics of you squatting.
Yeah.
Or pics of you in a bikini like gains, hashtag booty goals. You know what I mean? Like maybe they are. I don't know. I don't want to put like, I'm not trying to fucking shame anybody for their whatever they want to do, but like,
it does seem very like driven towards, I guess, the ideal body shape or whatever that men find attractive or that Hollywood says it's just attractive.
Fit thick.
Yeah. But you know, I don't think it's gonna end until they shatter that glass ceiling, man.
Should have voted Hillary.
Yeah, I think that's always gonna, because you know, there are ridiculous like body standards or whatever for women, but they're also for men.
Oh yeah, but it's just not as like prevalent. You know, I think it's like, I think because you see, like, I see all kinds of fucking schlubs. Like, I think it's just like, for women, it's either they're okay with you being heavy,
Yeah.
or they're not.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot. I think, and then there's like the niche of like, I want a muscular man,
Yeah.
and I want this, and I think most women find most men attractive that are fit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, my wife is one of those guys that she doesn't like muscles. She's never like defined, like ripped fucking dudes.
But if you're strong,
But yeah, like me, like I'm not fucking ripped,
Yeah.
but like I'll fucking throw that trash can right there. Like, but I mean, this is the biggest I've ever been. But I was just naturally like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm just naturally like muscular, but like in that like Greco-Roman way of like it's not defined.
Yeah.
It's like that barrel stomach and like the barrel, it's just big. You know, like those world's strongest men
Yeah,
where they're
yeah.
like. They're not defined at all. They're just big as fuck.
yeah, yeah.
But and I'm not like one of those guys. But like that's like my body type
Yeah.
is like I'm big and strong. It's fat. I got big ol' ass, son. I got it from my mama. But like yeah, like I think that most women, I think while they do tend to like the visual shit, that I think it's true that most women are like, fuck, if he's got a good personality,
Yeah.
and he can take care of me, and he's a good guy, and all that shit, that like they can kind of see past that,
Yeah.
maybe in hopes of like, oh, I'll get him to exercise when we start dating, or whatever, you know. But I think girls are more, they are more like mental in that way.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of physical women that are just like, no, fuck
Yeah.
that, you fatty, like, you know. But it definitely, you know, that's why I think the men's body type is like,
Not so.
not necessarily you
Yeah.
got to be fucking ripped and jacked, but that like they want somebody that's in shape,
Yeah.
because I think that lends more to not necessarily what you look like as to like a personality trait. You know, like oh, he works out, so he takes care of himself, so that's like he makes an effort to do that,
Yeah.
so he's not lazy, and he's gonna be a better provider, or he's gonna like be more active in like doing other shit, or
And it
you
also,
know, like
yeah, it also shows like discipline.
yeah,
Stuff,
like
'cause
that
it's
kind of
something
thing.
that you
Like,
have to stick with.
did it? Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like so, like you see somebody that's fit and like dresses well, they're like, oh, he takes care of himself. He likes to present himself in a way, like other than like, look at that fat guy who wears shorts and a t-shirt all the time, and they're like, meh,
Yeah.
you gotta work a little harder, you know. So, but I think you still pull chicks.
Yeah.
I think you're still capable. I think you're a good guy. You fucking. I mean, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Specifically, but I just mean
Oh,
like.
yeah. Oh.
Oh. I mean, you're a lost cause. You better hope she don't break up with you, dog.
I know. God damn. No, my thing. I think that women, I find, are more, like you said, they need to be stimulated.
You got to be
mentally
over
as well.
5'9" though.
Oh, yeah. No shorties. But I also think like personality to them is a bigger deal than physical appearance, because I found like I've dated women like across a very broad spectrum. Some that were like completely out of my league, like like almost like, well, I have an ex-girlfriend who is a Instagram influencer model now,
Ooh.
but she
Make
don't
sure
talk.
you give her the podcast. She
But-
can influence the fuck out of this.
But she don't talk to me no more because, well, she too good for me or some shit now. But I find that like if you can have a decent conversation, if you can make
So
them laugh.
she was on that scale of like, she was out of your league at this point, but she wasn't influencer, so it was okay. But now
now that
she's
she has
still out
like,
of your league and an influencer, so you're really fucking
yeah,
fucked.
yeah. Now it's like really noticeable. This was before like Instagram and shit like that, or like when Instagram was first like.
She wasn't a MySpace influencer. She didn't have like a band or something. She was fucking.
No, I was the one with the band.
Oh, well, see, there you go. You fucking evened it out. Like that's where it was.
God damn it.
She was fucking out of your league, but you had a MySpace page and a band. Oh, fuck, dude. You were in the same league back then. Fuck yeah. Like that was. You might have been out of her league.
Ooh. Maybe. Yeah, I find if you can hold a good conversation, and
I think having a good sense of humor really helps out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you hear that. That's also like cliche. Like, he makes me laugh.
But it's true.
You know, yeah, it is true. I mean, they're cliches for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, that's because it's true.
Yeah.
It's fucking happens. But I do think they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. But yeah.
Not to like pigeonhole all women into that. Make
Yeah,
them laugh and
or-
they'll sleep with you.
Oh, buddy, you better just get one of those joke books and they're fucking come running. No, I also think a lot of women, it's just like, I think in my personal experience, is the confidence. Like, me not giving a fuck has
Yeah.
lent itself to like that air of like,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so I was never like, oh, I'm so nervous and I'm
Yeah.
so talking to a pretty girl. Like, that kind of thing was never, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think that goes a long way too, that like, just be yourself and fucking be, you know, I mean, if you're an asshole, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to find some chick that's going to want to be with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of assholes. There's plenty of assholes that have
Everybody's
chicks.
got one. Yeah, I definitely, that confidence too.
What I don't like is when chicks spew that,
I'm not like other girls.
no, yeah, I mean, that's stupid too, because you're all the same. Whether you like
Some
to
girls
admit
are
it or
Malibu
not.
Barbie.
Yeah.
I'm Wednesday Addams. You and 10,000 other bitches.
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, you're more alike than you realize. But because everybody basically wants the same thing. Most people want the same shit when it boils down to it, and you're all going to become the same person when you want those things.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like, you could be as fucking goth, emo, fucking Barbie, whatever,
Yeah.
and when it comes down to what you want in a relationship, security, somebody funny, whatever, you're gonna make you act the same way to
Yeah.
get that thing. So it's just gonna depend on the person who fucking gives it to you.
Definitely.
But what I don't like is the whole friend zone thing.
I don't believe in a friend zone.
Well, no. With the thing of like, why can't I find somebody just like you?
Ah.
And then there's the same girls that are like, I don't care about physical appearance.
I see what
You know what I mean? And I'm
see
not
what you
harping on like anything that happened to me in the past
Yeah.
or whatever. It's just through like, I've had friends that have happened to. I mean, I've been in the friend zone. I've
Yeah.
been with, but I've never like, oh, I'm in the friend zone. You take your shot, it don't fucking work, whatever. You still have friends with them.
Yeah.
That's all it, that's it. But those chicks that like, oh, I love everything about you, but I can never date you. And it's like, why not? What is, if you like everything about that person?
I have a friend who's like that. Me and her known each other probably about 15 years, maybe 20.
That's too long.
But we've had this discussion, and the reason why, like, she loves everything about me, but she would never date me is because if things went bad, she'd lose, like, a really good friend. I think, I'm not speaking for all women, but just for my personal experience of dealing with that, it's because she didn't want to lose, like, a good friend, you know?
Yeah, I guess I can understand that, but like, shit could go down in your friendship that could make you
Yeah.
lose a good friend.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and if you are somebody that, okay, so I guess I'll put the add on to that would be like those chicks that are like, oh, I can never find anybody. I'm like, just find the right guy.
Yeah.
And they have that person that they're like, oh my god, like, I love you as a friend, but like I love everything about you. You're the perfect guy, but I can never date you because I don't want to ruin it. Like, that's just fear, I think. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, you fucking ruin any relationship you get into,
Yeah.
like at any time. That's like saying like I don't want to lose you as a friend, but I'll never see what if there could have been like. That was it. Like, you're fucking married and have kids, and you're the happiest fucking thing you'd ever been.
Yeah.
But you'll never know that because you're like, I don't want to ruin this friendship.
I see.
You know what I mean?
That's understandable. Yeah.
Like, okay, because like you meet some fucking schlub you go on a date with, and you're like, oh, I really like this guy, and he's perfect for me. And now, what, you're gonna be like, oh, wait though, but I don't want to ruin it. So, let's stop dating and
Yeah.
just be friends. You know what I mean? Like wouldn't that be your end all for all those relationships? Like
Oh.
if you're like, oh, I don't want to lose you as a friend, but then it's like,
I never thought about that.
if you care about that to me is like the fucking, that's like the thing that would make you be like, well, shit, I should try it.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid of losing this person so much, I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
That like I would be like, well, shit, maybe it could be great. You know. That's just me. Like I don't think like that, but like I see that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like the human condition for me. Like I like people watching and all that stuff. So like seeing that is like, why wouldn't you try it? You're just gonna settle for something less because that's something like you said, like you meet somebody and you're like, okay, well this is good enough, and I don't give a fuck if it fuck it up. I'm okay with it not being good.
Yeah.
Like that's what it comes off to me as. Like, why wouldn't you try it? So if you're listening out there, no, I'm try to break up chicks. Shit! This whole fucking time. If you liked him that much, why wouldn't you just go out? You should try breaking up his current relationship and get back with him. Mr. Effervescent is such a fucking catch. I don't even know that's gonna work. And I had to replace something on the fly because I fucking I'm fucking with this whole time. Anyways,
Right at the end.
But so that's just my take on that. Like
Yeah.
I think like if you ladies or men out there, we'll end this on a self-help note. Just take your fucking shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Well,
if
Wayne
the
Gretzky-
friendship is strong,
Yeah.
then you guys fucking and trying to be a boyfriend girlfriend for a little bit, I don't think is gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
And honestly, in my personal experience as well, I find it's easier to go into a relationship having been friends before
Yeah.
than like finding a complete stranger and seeing.
Especially if that's what you're fucking asking for all the time. Like, I just want somebody to be my best friend.
yeah.
Then it's like, okay, so try fucking your best friend and see if that works out. And sex is always going to be awkward the first time, so don't let that be your fear thing. Like, you know this person as a friend, you don't know them as a lover.
Yeah.
So, like, but being best friends, you should know exactly what they like. If you're like tight like that, and you're close, and you know each other's fucking ins and outs, and you still find them attractive, then you're probably going to do okay in the sack. So,
Yeah.
just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking try it out. Just communicate, and let the good times roll. You know what I mean? So that's it for this week. Another fucking long one.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. So mouthfuls of madness. We'll probably have to insert some kind of ad in the middle
Oh, okay.
because we're gonna make that money. Make that
Money.
penny. 1 penny every time you listen.
By the
You're
way,
my
you still
fucking
owe me
retirement.
that. You still owe me that.
Oh,
penny.
I got change in the car. I'll give it to you up front, buddy. But all right, signing out. Till next time.
Bye.